So, yeah. How's everyone doing today? No one ever comments, so I don't know how anybody's doing because they don't ever comment. But yeah, I got done with the big triple door. Yay. I had my nephew come out, and he was a savior today because this heat, I got there like about an hour before he did, and was able to tear out the door and got the opening reframed, and I made sure to kind of take my time on the framing, so when I set the door in, man, that thing went in like butter. I mean, it was just boop. I probably used like 5 or 6 shims, but it was like dead tight. But I just knew that, you know, if I didn't do that, then it was going to be a long day. But I got it done. It took like 2-3 hours, and I had to go and I was missing a little piece of the door. I had to go and grab that. I thought I had them in my truck, but I just have the tendency that any job that I don't have that's close by, I always have to go and get something stupid that I forget. But that's just what happens sometimes. So I'm actually heading to a job that I did 6-7 years ago, and she actually called Lowe's to complain about something else, and called me thinking I was Lowe's, and I was like, I haven't been with Lowe's for a very, very long time. I used to install for Lowe's, if you didn't know. But she's like, yeah, I'm having trouble with the dishwasher or something like that. I was like, I do doors and windows. She's like, oh, you do doors? I need doors too. So now I'm going to look at doors. But all to get rid of my stuff. It's not because I want to work, but, you know. But now I got the door done. Been running around like crazy, doing late night door builds, getting everything ready. In fact, I'm going to be doing another one tonight for Tuesday's door, or Tuesday's install. And then I think the rest is windows. I got Tuesday's door, and then I got one other door, and the rest is just I got to finish up that screen and patio that I did, finish up the window job up on the north side, but yeah. Plus it's freaking hot. I stopped by and visit with my mom and told her that my body started shaking and my legs were like getting real shaky and my hands were shaking. She's like, yeah, you probably had a heat stroke. Like, okay, 3rd one for the week, yay. But it's like I'm drinking, I'm eating, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. It just is hot. So my customer today, we had a little conversation, talked about a bunch of shit, which I do with all my customers. And as everybody knows, I'm kind of straightforward with what I say, and if I hurt your feelings, well, I apologize, but it wasn't my feelings to hurt. But he was talking about the I guess how we have too much stuff, how we're buried in stuff, and I think I've mentioned that on previous videos, but I can't tell you how many houses I go to where they're loaded down with stuff, and then they're paying for storage, which I am too, for all this stuff and everything. And it's like, if you look around, look how many storage storage facilities are being built, how many buildings are being turned into places where you can pay them money to store shit that you don't want in your house. There's going to be a tipping point in America to where people are going to quit buying, and I'm all for that. I'm all for, let's slow down on manufacturing, let's slow down on buying stuff. Let's we got enough for right now. Let's say 3 months. I mean, could you honestly, as a grown or semi-grown person, say for 3 months I won't have to buy a damn thing other than maybe bread, milk, and eggs? I don't think there's many people who can do that. I think we have an addiction of shopping, which I'm guilty of. And I'm not going to accuse anybody if I'm doing it too. I'm going to say I'm doing it. But I mean, I shop out of just pure boredom, you know. And it's like the stuff I buy, I don't need none of it. I got way too much shit, you know. But to be fair, I had a lot more. I'm down. I mean, I still have more than probably 3 or 4 families have. I mean, I got a lot of stuff. I mean, I got, you know, a very conservative retail value, you know, because you guys, if you've been around, you know about the doors. But all the other stuff, let's say combined, all the vehicles, all the stuff, everything, $500,000, you know. And I know that's just the valuation of the doors, but let's say you know, it's insane on how much stuff we accumulate as a species. I can't think of another time when we had this much stuff, you know. I mean, we live in a world of excess to where when something has a scratch on it, we just throw it away, get a new one, you know. And you know, and the amount that we're paying for this stuff too. If you want cheaper stuff, if you want a cheaper car, let's quit buying cars for 2 months, 3 months. You know, I've said this many times. People that's watched me for a while, I know I'm being repetitive, but I have to keep drilling this point home. If you want to save the planet, quit buying shit. If you want your life to be better, quit buying shit. If you want things to be cheaper, quit buying shit. It all comes down to one thing: quit buying shit. I mean, to be fair, I'm gonna argue my point is that at least the stuff that I buy is already used, so I'm not buying new shit. You know, a lot of stuff that I buy from Salvation Army when they have their half price clearance, or you know, I'll go into a thrift store and maybe find something. Usually it's a Christmas present for somebody. But just for everybody known in the family, if you're watching in the family, if you want something, you better let me know, because this is the last big Christmas for me. Okay? All this shit, if I look at it and I think of you, you're getting the shit for Christmas. You want something in particular, when I come across it, that's what you get. You know, it's absolutely insane. I mean, I have 6 vehicles right now. 6. I'm just one person. I got 6 vehicles. To be fair, I had 17, but I'm down to 6. You know? And don't get me wrong, I'm not preaching to nobody. You know? But we do live in a world of excess. I've been in your homes. I know who you are. You know? It's very peculiar on this the houses I've been into, you know, or the storage units I've bought, where they pay all this money and they consume their lives with all these material items. For what? Loneliness? I mean, it's temporary happiness. I know I do have a little, you know, moment of endorphins or whatever you call it, that, you know, when you buy something and you feel good because you have something new, and you know, but it's not new anymore. And you get this whole cycle again. I think they had a little thing. I'm just having a memory about Penny on Big Bang Theory, on how she was like, you know, I go out and I buy a cute little dress or a new top, and anytime I feel sad, and then Sheldon goes, well, what about when, you know, that goes away? And she's like, oh, I go out and buy shoes then. You know, it would just, you have this attitude of consumption for happiness. I'm currently thinking of a way to stop that. Like, I'm sitting there like, is there something that I can do to say something to help people out who are dealing with that in a more severe manner than I am? The hell? Sorry, I just saw a giant kitty cat on the side of the road. Yeah, it was a big one. But yeah, very happy to get the big triple 9-foot door out of the way. It was one of the ones that I was dreading, and I think it was more my mind just completely messing up my life. Like I told you before, the worst thing you'll ever meet in your entire life is your own freaking mind. That is the most evil thing that you'll ever come across, is your mind. Because your mind will make you think things that no one else is thinking. But it's like I was dreading this door just because it's a big door, and and it went like cakewalk. I mean, well, cakewalk, clockwork. It went real easy. And and take in mind I did have help, and that really did change the whole dynamic of that door. Plus having someone there that I could talk with, and but before that point, it was dread. Am I going to be able to do this? Is it going to be too hot? Is my knees going to give out on me, which has been happening lately. Man, this person really likes my bumper. And it's my mind. In fact, I always even talk with the customers, like, this may take a long time. This is going to be a hard job. And it wasn't. I mean, take in mind, I do want to say on two aspects. One, me taking the time to prep the opening was a game changer on that part. And number two, whoever installed it before me, which is probably why the whole thing was leaking to begin with, but whoever installed it before me half-assed it because half the screws were missing. I mean, there was a whole entire door, one of the three doors, that was held in by double-sided tape. There were no screws holding that door in. Like, I could have literally just kicked the door and the damn thing would have came open. And you'd never know it. I mean, there was no way of knowing that, but I go to cut it all out and like, oh man, this is gonna be horrible, and it fell out, and I was like, well, that was nice. So, it was mainly my brain that was making this job more complicated than what it was. And again, I've said this many times, your brain will try to defeat you for some strange reason. It will try to make everything harder than it is. I'm sure if you thought about it, you can remember something that you did that you were like, oh my God, am I going to be able to do this? It's going to be so hard. It's going to take forever. And then you just say, F it, I'm going to go do it. And you do it. And you're like, well, that wasn't that bad. Guilty. Many, many times over. But I wonder why our brains do that to us. We walk through the mall, and if we have any kind of defect on our body, we think everybody's looking at that defect. I seen this ad today when I was sitting with my mom, and I seen this ad talking about if your eyes puff out a little too far outside your head, you can take this drug. Yes, it may cause ulcers and stomach cramps, and it may possibly kill you, but your eyes, we can make them a little smaller so they don't pop out in your head. I'm like, let's just be fucking ugly. Why can't we just be ugly and not have to take a whole bunch of drugs and chemicals? We should just, I don't know why we can't accept ugly people. I'd like to be accepted. I know I'm ugly. Okay? But I was just thinking of falling down the ugly tree, hitting every ugly branch, get covered in ugly trees. When you hit the bottom, you hit the ugly hill, roll down the ugly hill, fall in the ugly pool, then come out with the ugly mud. But I mean, for real, it's like everybody's so consumed, and like I would like to, I'm going to confess something now. I don't know if I've said it before, but I have infatuation with, women who try really hard to make themselves presentable. Okay, I like a woman who works, but I especially like a woman who works on making herself the best possible version of herself. You can take that however you want to take it, but that's how I'm saying it for right now. Okay, I may elaborate later, but that's how I'm saying it. But I don't mind if someone's ugly. I've never cared. I appreciate the work and the effort put in to be beautiful, but I don't give a shit about that. I just appreciate the work ethic involved. I appreciate that someone's grinding and trying their hardest to be something. You know, I don't give a fuck whether they're ugly or not, and I don't give a fuck whether they're pretty or not. See, I'm trying not to cuss, but I'm catching myself. But no, it's you know, I appreciate the work ethic. You know, it's like the most beautiful woman to me is someone who goes out and cuts her own grass. To me, that's beautiful. Someone who goes out and cleans her own car, or, you know, just does something. A lot of these heifers, they be just sitting around, you know, what was that one lady off Married with Children? Peggy. You know, sitting around eating bonbons. You know, that kind of stuff just don't impress me. And believe me, I don't think I deserve a woman, okay? I'm not a good person. I'm not, you know, a good-looking person. I got some really weird ways of thinking, you know, which I try to be positive, but I'm not always. Wow, this really took a weird turn for this particular video. I'm just realizing what I'm saying right now. But no, it just, you know, so I don't even know how we got here. I'm lost. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I had a fun day today. I got a difficult job done, which was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy that the customer's happy. So, and I got to figure out something. I got one door that I was sitting there thinking about earlier today. I was sitting there thinking I got a door delivery that might be coming in when I'm supposed to be on vacation. But so I might have to call them up and say, hey, can you either postpone the delivery, or I might end up waiting until after that and do into September instead of early September. I mean, it really don't make a difference to me. It just trying to think about this job, you know. But anyways, I'm putting a lot of information out there, and I probably shouldn't be, but I don't care. You know, love me, hate me. I love everybody. And I hate everybody. I'm an equal opportunity lover, hater lover. I got a shirt that says the love. Wait, oh crap! I can't remember what the shirt said. It's like the love, hate club, or something like that. Anyways, I think I'm supposed to be turning here. I need to shut the camera off so I can look at my map and find out where I'm going. So on that note, peace, love, money, I'm out.